chance to prove they are the best. It's the Bills going up against the Giants. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Love. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Of the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll be third down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Calvin Pryor's exactly what you're looking for in a safety who polices the middle of the field.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They come out here in the eye. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
3rd and 2 and a go quarterback sneak. I know they got it. I have to believe the head coach had said, this is 4-down territory for us. We're going to try and pick it up no matter what.
I'm thinking the same thing because sneak, you only think inches, a foot, maybe 2 full yards. That's tough to get done.
Yeah, normally 3rd and 2, that's quarterback draw, not quarterback sneak.
Defense showing blitz. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get it running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player, turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. He'll try the air now with Locke. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. And on that 2nd and 2, that was simply a case of them wanting to ensure that they picked up a first down. They obviously didn't want to get the 3rd down, so they run behind their big center and pick it up.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. And the wideout in motion. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side, and he motions the wide receiver. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. It finds Crabtree for the completion, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Michael Crabtree with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They go play action with Taylor. He's got time. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All weekend play, stress, grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now they try the right side here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go! They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Green brings it in. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And quickly they get to the line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Let's go!
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now the offense gets set for play number 15 on this drive. It has been a long, long stanza for this unit.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Doug Baldwin as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And his kick is good. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Bills getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the D looking like they may blitz. The slot man in motion right. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They bring Crabtree in motion right. Now Luck. He's going to take another shot here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Incomplete. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Taylor on the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Taylor. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Buffalo first down. And Le'Veon's mother, Lisa, she grew up a huge Steelers fan, so she's got to love this. Her team's winning. Her son's doing the thing for her team. All good, right?
Did she have a plug into the scouting department, into the front office to make sure this happened? That's a big time deal for her right there. How happy is she out of be? A lifelong dream of her team with her baby starring on it.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Smith keeps it on the sneak. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Off of play action. Luck. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play fake here on first down. Green with a catch left side. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Brown, the lone receiver left. Now Taylor. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Here we go.
Taylor going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has it?
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 78 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And now out come the Giants. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that is incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Another pistol look here. Play action, it's Taylor. Steps away. And that's incomplete.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Dawson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go!
Now Taylor on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
They'll come out in the pistol. Play action. Now Taylor. Baldwin with it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Here we go. It's Taylor on fourth down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And here come the Bills. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. To throw on second down is Locke. A right side catch by Crabtree. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Marquise Goodwin, 58 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Taylor. His throw incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give him a yard on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Taylor, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Taylor will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Doug Baldwin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Luck on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 62 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now it's Luck. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now it's Taylor. Green's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. A little under 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Taylor hit, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.